Okay, so we've uploaded our lineups. We're good to go. We got some good exposures. Let's go back to our PowerPoint. So we're all loaded up, nice and simple. So let's move on to the next phase of our comparison. So we're going to look at efficient. So look at these prices. These prices haven't changed in 50 years. It's pretty incredible, and they still turn a profit because they're really efficient. They have a great product. And again, what I just showed you guys is just for you to have something different. If you don't like it, don't do it. I'm not making you any promises that that's going to work every time. That's just something that I've used in the past to be able to make money playing DFS MLB. So let's take a look at managing our bankroll. What does that mean? Again, I did over an hour on it, but I created for our MLB group here the Dime Time and Bankroll Management Challenge. It is the perfect plan to grow your bankroll for any size bankroll. Most players that I talk to and work with have less than $1,000 bankroll. So let's go back to our Google Sheet and go to our bankroll tracker. And here's everything you need. Step one, if you have less, I'd recommend, hey, if you have at least $200 dedicated to your bankroll, that's a good start. You don't, anything less than that, I wouldn't recommend playing anything other than the Dime Time. So this is all set up. There's 5 different levels to it. If you exceed this, you know what you're doing. You don't need this. The contest buy-in, the name of the contest. So this right here, the total buy-in for the Dime Time is $2. It is a 20 max entry contest at 10 cents for a total of $2. So that's where that number comes in. And our 100 buy-in target is $200. So 2 times 100 is $200. And then there is a built-in 20% stopgap once you do move up. So if you have less than $200 in your bankroll, I would play nothing but the Dime Times. The Dime Times are opening up all day long. You can get a ton of volume in there, and seven and a half of them will give you 150 lineups, and you will have the ability to start growing your bankroll. If you have more than that, here are the different levels. And when you're at that level, that's the contest that you should be playing next. So for people that are playing the mini-max, if you don't have at least $1,700 in your bankroll, unless you're only playing the mini-max, you shouldn't be playing in it. If you aren't going to play any of these contests, you can just get rid of that, and you should have at least $1,000 if you're playing the mini-max. These are all 20 buy-ins. So the mini-max, you should even start out with just doing 20 when you get started. You can increase this. Let's say you want to do the whole 150. Then that's where your bankroll should be before playing in the mini-max, $8,000. That's not realistic for everybody to set that kind of change aside for DraftKings or for DFS, but that's how you would go about building a bankroll. This is something that I've done. I've done it more than once, and this was before Dime Times, so this is only quarter arcades. If you're not really liking your progress in the Dime Times, I know that it's $6 to first place. It's not going to change your life overnight. So if you want to start getting into the quarter arcades, have about $500 before you do that. I would advise $700 so you could play in both. $700 gives you $200 for 100 buy-ins of the Dime, 500 buy-ins for the quarter jukebox. But yeah, this is something that if you're not a winning player yet, or you haven't locked in a Major League Baseball process that you are confident in, I would stick to this plan. And I guarantee if you can make $500 playing the dimes, you will continue to grow and grow and grow your bankroll, and it'll be done in such a way that you're not blowing your lid. If you're, again, like I said, I understand most people, don't get a lot of thrill putting $15 in play. If you're running 150 entries of the Dime Time, it's not to make money, it's to learn. Once you start making money consistently, then you can step up and just adjust these as you need to. All the formulas are in here to auto-populate. So just, again, real simple when we're looking at our bankroll management. So let's see. We'll go ahead and cut it off on this one right here, and we'll get into the next segment coming up next.